welcome to What's for Ramadan? I've got my wonderful guest, Carlos Rodriguez, who are becoming fast friends. And so I wanted to present you with your gift. And so
love gifts.
I hope that I'm not going too far with it, but
let's see. This guy rubs his own knee. I like it.
Figures you would. So how much cooking experience do you have?
I have just barely started to get into cooking.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like I used to make like really good bowls of cereal, but now I'm starting to like since I got married recently, I'm like, okay, I'll cook something for you because comedian, I'm home during the day, so she got something when she comes home.
Well, congratulations on the new wedding, and I'm sure that you're going to up your game now. So
yeah,
I'm going to want you to help.
Yeah, this is perfect.
All right, so we're going to do. So I don't have much cooking experience either, so hopefully this won't be a total disaster. But we're going to start today with a recipe that I thought was really interesting. It's called Tian Provencal with polenta. So I've never had polenta before. So apparently it's some kind of cornmeal type of porridge thing that they eat in Italy. So Italians know their food, though, right?
Oh, cool. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna. So I'm gonna get our ingredients really quick. So we're gonna get some milk. We're gonna get. So I thought you'd like this. Look at this.
Heck yeah.
Are you a big fan of milk?
Yeah, but then like I've been trying to get healthier.
You said you make cereal, so.
Yeah, I make cereal. Yeah.
But I'll leave it to you. And so you got a cutting board here, or if you want to use the wood one, whichever you prefer. I'll leave it for you right here, so you'll be able
okay.
cheese. All right, so let me get our ingredients out. And so we'll make them. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's awesome. You're a pro already.
I was like really worried about
you know.
I was like, I don't want to scoop the first job you gave me. I was like,
so pro tip for Ramadan, when you're preparing for the iftar, what you can do is you can always go ahead and cut things a little bit early, even before Ramadan, and put it in the refrigerator, and that way, when you're ready to cook, it's ready for you. So we need some tomatoes.
it's funny that because I'm like such a picky eater, but I grew up poor, so it's like, like how dare you even, be picky.
We will light this beautiful house on fire. I'm gonna take that oil if you don't mind.
Boom.
Yeah.
There you go.
It says to brush it. I think we have a brush here. So because we're doing the printed version of things, we don't have the YouTube version to actually see what the guy does.
Yeah, because I'm so glad that you're taking over on that, because I would get lost.
I don't know what I'm doing either.
Are you crazy?
Chef
You out of your
watching
mind?
this with horror. What are they doing?
Dude, I've seen some terrible stuff though on the internet of like what they make. Like I've seen this stuff where they will put a whole thing of noodles in there and some slices of cheese that come out of the plastic wrapping, and they're like, oh, and this is macaroni and cheese. And it's like, oh, that's stupid. I'll kill everybody. And I always like, it's just so they make an Italian. I seen one where they were making spaghetti, but they were baking it. And the way that they were doing it, they made an Italian dad watch it, and he was so, what are you doing? What are you doing this? He was very upset.
Day 5 of pissing off every single Italian I encounter.
Senti bello, se vuoi fare sta cosa ne va.
Part 1 done. Brush the shallot. Okay, then bring milk and 2.5 cups of water to a simmer. Okay, so we got that. All right, so we're prepared.
Yeah.
This one is filling up, and then we're gonna do 2.5 of these.
Boom.
These guys.
You need to leave.
You're a lot more careful than I am.
And about half of this guy, right?
Yeah, half of this.
Boom, there it is.
All right, and then just get some butter in here.
Interesting.
It'll be interesting how it tastes.
Yeah, because I'm like, you're gonna have to like. They said bring it to a hot.
Bring it to a boil. So bring it in maybe a little too much there. Salt.
Okay. Here we get this. There it is. Boom.
Okay.
Fire.
Butter. Yeah. Get something bigger.
Okay.
Apparently.
Oh, we're gonna have to put other things inside.
Put other things inside.
I like that pot's a nice pot. Thank you. Yeah. I like that handle and everything. That looks cool.
So now we're gonna get our polenta out.
Boom, here we go. Alright. Okay, so just boom.
We can probably make it bigger, I think. Yeah, like thicker. Like maybe. So now we're going to throw in some salt and let you.
This is what always scares me at the seasonings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I have enough? Did I put enough in?
Well, the good thing I think about seasoning is we can always add a little bit later, so you don't want to. I try not to add too much.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm not sure anybody should listen to that advice. So we're gonna take some of that polenta right now and just like gently like put it into this.
Oh, into this guy?
Yep, and just a couple of pieces maybe.
Oh, okay, cool.
3.
Yeah, this guy.
Gently, yeah.
Ooh.
Just I don't want you to get burned.
Boom. Yeah, that's good.
Unless you're trying to get out of this early.
No.
We just started, yeah.
I know. On the first dish, all of a sudden I got fire hazard. I am.
911.
Yeah.
What's your emergency? We're trying to cook.
Yeah, we're trying to make polenta for the first time.
Didn't go well.
Yeah.
Oh, this is starting to get creamy.
Oh, okay. And then is the polenta supposed to get like soft too?
I think it is.
Or does it stay
It is.
hard?
It is.
Oh, okay.
Because now you can see, well, look at all that foam.
Okay.
I think that's a good thing. The polenta's coming apart. I think we could probably throw a couple more pieces in there.
Okay.
Instead of the smaller ones, maybe.
Little thinner ones. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if this is the texture we're aiming for, but this is what we got.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was like, is it supposed to start to turn all like a cream of wheat
Maybe.
type of thing, or?
Cream of wheat or showing your age.
Yeah, right. You know what's funny is like, okay, my dad lived in downtown Sacramento, and it was crazy because we lived on like it's set up as a grid system almost.
Yeah.
And we're like at the edge of the grid system. I want to say that the neighbors across. I never got to know them because they didn't interact.
Yeah.
And I want to say they were Muslim. And because, well, I mean, because they had they rocked the like they looked super comfy. It was like just they matched the
the Pakistanis. Yeah, so it's called the Shalwan Kameez,
Uh-huh.
and so it's like it is very very relaxed, and it's like it's the original low hanging pants.
yeah. Like it's like if it was in black, it would look ninja out. Yeah.
And that's I think a lot of the Muslims that growing up in this country, they're just scared because they're like they've been exposed to so much prejudice and exposed to so much kind of hate, and so it's kind of like like the N-word. They said that about me and my brother. I was, and the thing about it is like I was born in this country, and like I told you, born in like a hood. What are you talking about, sand?
Yeah.
Like, do you ride a camel to school? I'm like, why would I do that? But it's just and then later, and it's like, oh, okay, now I get it.
Now you guys are just assholes.
Since this is a Ramadan program, Ramadan is the month in which the Quran was revealed, to the Prophet Muhammad. So it's our Prophet Muhammad. We believe in all the other prophets that we believe in, like the prophets of the Bible. So we believe in Jesus, and so we're the only other people, like in Christians, that believe in Jesus. And so there's a very beautiful passage in the Quran which says. That we have created, that God says that He created human beings in different colors and in different groups, saying with the intention that they would get to know each other, not that they would hate each other.
Yeah.
So He says after that, Inna akramakum 'inda Allah atqakum, which means that the most honorable among you of people in the sight of God. It's not a certain color, it's not a certain race, it's not a certain country. It's the one who's most pious, the one who's most righteous. That's who God loves. God, it doesn't matter what you look like.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is that that's always been in Islam, is that Islam has been like this colorblind religion. And unfortunately, I mean, human beings, sadly, they introduced that, you know, but the religion itself is very colorblind and never talks about the superiority of one group over another. It just talks about if you're a righteous man. And so what's really cool is in our history, in the Islamic history, there's a lot of like people who reached really high levels. Like they were like super respected and super honored, even though they were former slaves. They were slaves. They were like born into slavery, and then their owner like set them free, and they studied, and then they reached like these like super high levels. And because the fact that what we care about is that, you know, care about who you are, what you know, not what color you are, not what country you came from, not what your name is, or any of that type of stuff.
This I went to church once. And just one time, and I caught this one episode at church. Well, it was about like the guy that was talking. It was funny because I was in Vacaville and I was dating this girl, and she was like, you know, do you want to go to church with me? And I was like, oh heck yeah, I'll go to church with you, because I had just gotten sober, and so I had like, you know, I have, you know, I'm like spiritual now. I'm started like because it was like I'm not big in like the religious thing, but I'm spirituality, and then I was like, okay. As soon as my spiritual growth will happen, and so on and so forth, things will start to become more a part of my regimen. And so I went with her, and he was talking about, he said this story, and I don't know, because like the story was about how, you know, this man was trying to, him and his wife were trying to get have child. And I was talking to my sponsor was telling me, he goes, did you know that in that story, they go, did you know that in that story, you know, in the Bible, that child ends up becoming like somewhere in that lineage becomes Mohammed. And they were like, they go, we acknowledge, that's what, when you said that right now too, he said it's acknowledged that there is a Muhammad, and that he is as a prophet. He goes, in the books, he goes, so it's not true. People like try to say, oh, this isn't true and that's true. He goes, no, it's not true. It's all connected. It's all interlinked. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. He goes, yeah. So he goes, so there is mention of it. It's like, he goes, it's almost like your Marvel comics. Like this person turns into this person later on down the road, or no. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's crazy.
It's a big universe.
Yeah. So then I started like, I was like, then that got me more interested in more religions and more stuff. I was like, oh, okay. So it's all connected. So it's almost like reading a whole different comic book series, universe, like you said, universe. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And like I said, the only thing that I knew too much like or about like Muslim stuff is what had a history teacher, Miss Raber. She was with she was a white lady, and she was with the Muslim dude, and so she was very advocated to kind of teach us and stuff like that. So it was U.S. history, but then she would throw world history in there now and then, and so she was like very because some of the stuff I still retain to this day. Hopefully it's right. Hopefully I'm you can correct me if I'm wrong, which is gonna be awesome. That you guys invented Christmas trees. No, I'm playing. The Mecca. Yes. You have to go to Mecca, and the pilgrimage. So you have to go once in your life. Okay, that's and then it was the is it a cube? It's like a cube, yes. And it's what is that called?
It's called the Kaaba.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, when we pray, okay, so like that's our prayer mat over there. And so we pray to that direction. And a lot of people, they think that, okay, you guys are praying to an idol or something like that. I'm like, no, it's not an idol. It's about unifying. And so the concept is that we all are doing the same thing the same way. And so it puts us together. So the thing that's cool about it is that like, you know.
So more this one?
Oh no, I think we're good.
Okay.
I think this is what I was trying to get it to this point, so that when we put it in the pan, hopefully it just doesn't just look like water.
Oh yeah, no worries. What you were saying? I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. And so the concept is that we're all praying in the same direction. So for example, I'm here, and let's say like you go to New York City or something like that, and you're praying, and so we're both praying in the same direction despite the fact that we're far apart. And so that it's a unifying factor. And so that's one of the things, again, like the universality of it. We talk about like the pilgrimage, and so the pilgrimage is to Mecca. And so the concept of a pilgrimage is actually something that goes back even to Christianity and to the Jewish religion, but it's something that has sort of been lost. And so there are people now that they say, oh, we're doing like a pilgrimage to the Holy Land or something, and they want to go over to like Palestine and that part of the world, and in Bethlehem, and kind of see the places where Jesus walked. But there isn't like any type of specific ritual. It's just a concept, you know what I'm saying? But in Islam, the concept is there, like the whole ritual is there. And it actually, the story of it is beautiful. It goes back to Abraham. So Abraham is from the Bible, so he's the first, he's one of the first prophets. And so God loved him because he was a very righteous man. And so he's the one that he was married for a while, couldn't have a child. So Sarah was his wife.
Oh, this is the story. Okay. Okay.
And so he couldn't have a wife with her, and so she knew. I mean, so this is back in the day, like people, like everybody, everybody had a lot of kids. He wished to have a child. So again, back in that time, the concept of a man having more than one wife was pretty normal, and so it's actually been normal up until very recently. So the concept of this, like the Western concept of like monogamy and so forth, is kind of a bit new.
Yeah.
Good days are gone. So the issue is that she basically told him, she said, I know you really want to have a child. And so she said, why don't you marry my slave? Okay, so she had picked up a slave when they were in Egypt. She was actually, she used to be a princess, and then their civilization or their kingdom was taken over by somebody else, and so she was enslaved, but she was, so she basically told him, she said, why don't you marry Haja, my wife, or my slave, and take her to be your wife. And so that's what he did. He took her, he took her as his wife, and he had Ismail from her. So Ismail was actually his firstborn, and then later, I don't know if, then God gave Sarah, the original wife, he cured her barren condition, and even though they were both very, very old, it was a miraculous birth that she gave birth to Isaac. And so Isaac is the one who the 12 tribes of Israel and basically all of Judaism and Christianity comes through Isaac, and through Ismail we got Islam. And so it's from Abraham.
Okay, so I had it somewhat, but just like the brush up. Okay, cool.
And there's a very beautiful story about, and so this is kind of like where the Bible kind of just sort of, this is, it's kind of like, if you're reading a book, it's kind of like, and so this guy who was like a central character, he decided to leave, and that's it. He didn't hear anything else about it. But in Islam, we get to know what happens, and so we find out, okay, what happened to her. Okay, So let's get this poured in here. So now we're going to layer it. Okay, let's turn this off.
Boom.
And then layer it in with this olive oil. I don't know about you, but that smells really good.
Yeah, that's good.
Does it smell good? Did you smell?
Oh yeah. Oh,
so good.
Yeah. It's got a good pasty, yeah.
It has a nice Italian kind of creamy. So our keto milk worked. I was kind of worried that it wasn't.
Yeah. No, it's good.
All right. So we got this now. So then we're going to layer some of this leek. So I had no idea what a leek was. I had to look this up. I still don't know what it is.
I thought it was a problem, but apparently it's also.
It looks like a green onion, but it's really, really big. And so we're just gonna put that in.
Interesting.
Probably some Italian guys been watching this and they're like, I can't look at this.
I can't look at these guys. No talk about Catholics and then and they're messing up my food here. Jeez. Causing heart attack.
All right, so then we got, okay, now we get to throw in your zucchini and, or no, your eggplant, sorry. Starting to look like the picture on the internet.
That'll work. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad because I'm so blind in this. Oh, tomatoes, right? Or polenta. Oh, okay. Okay.
These are a couple more slices. Now we put some tomatoes.
This does look very colorful.
Yeah, pretty.
Are there only specific things that you can eat? Well, you said you have to do a 29-day fast. So there's okay.
So we can eat. So as Muslims, we don't eat pork, and so we don't eat pork. We don't drink, and so no alcohol at all. And but we're not like the Mormons. We can do caffeine.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, actually, no. Let us say we're gonna put some more oil over it. I feel like we had a lot, but maybe I'll just put a tiny bit in here. It says drizzle. That looks like.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Looks like a drizzle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then
what's the little yellow stuff over there? No?
And then we're gonna put our cheese, and so this
is cheese. Okay.
This is Gruyere cheese, which is super good.
Yeah, I'm a big cheese fan.
Okay, Gruyere is awesome.
Oh my goodness, I had no idea what we were making, and this looks awesome.
I didn't either. So.
Yeah, I had no idea. Like I didn't see any picture. When you said the title of it, I was like, great.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, I don't even know what that means.
Oh my god, what if we make this and it just comes out amazing and people, oh my god. We'd be like, yeah, we're kind of naturals at this place.
Here's our business cards, you can hire.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we're going to go to catering now.
Exactly, we're going to entertain you and cook for you.
I started as a comic and I left as a cook.
Alright, so this is all going to melt nicely over this. So you can make this in layers, kind of like a lasagna, but I think we got the right idea. So
yeah,
we know where we're cool. All right, so now we're going to
go with that.
Yep, we're going to just drop this into the oven. Watch out!
Boom, boom, boom.
I heard you.
About a frame. Okay. Awesome. And that guy.
And that's done. So
that guy's done?
Yeah. So we'll look at it in 30 minutes.
Okay.
So, all right. So this is our Tian Provencal. What do you think?
Oh, nice.
Looks nice, huh?
Oh wow.
Looks nice, huh?
Yeah.
So we'll put the.
We'll
put that over here.
I'll let that just cool.
Tasting polenta. Take one. Wow. It came on nice.
Yeah, it came on nice. Yeah.
Real good. This is a winner, you guys. This is going to be an excellent, a very unique taste for iftar. And it's so filled with vegetables. It's, you can't go wrong. You know what a lot of people do in Ramadan is that they, as you can imagine, because a lot of people tell me, they're like, dude, you must be so hungry. I would like eat the whole refrigerator. Like, no, when you fast, like your stomach gets really small.
It
like,
shrinks.
Yeah, it shrinks, and so you get full really fast. But then you get some of these guys that are just like pounding like fried food.
Yeah.
And then afterwards their stomach like literally bloats up, and then they're like laying down. You're supposed to pray a lot in Ramadan, so at night. we break our fast, and then we have like these very long prayers that like last an hour, where we hear a lot of the Quran, like it's recited. It's very beautiful. I'll let you listen to it. It's a beautiful, very melodic kind of recitation.
يعظم شعائر الله فإنها من تقوى القلوب لكم فيها منافع إلى أجل مسمى ثم محلها إلى البيت العتيق الله أكبر الله أكبر.
And so that's like the whole point of the month is to get closer to God, not to like overeat. Hey, assalamu alaikum. So, did you like the episode? We hope you had as much fun watching it as we had making it for you. So, the only thing that remains now is to hear from you. In the comments below, please let us know what you thought. Did you like the recipe? Was it a hit at your iftar? And if you changed the ingredients, let us know. We'd like to try your version too. And we really hope that you're going to share and subscribe. We'd love for this message to get out to as many people as possible. So in the end, I ask Allah Azza wa Jal to accept our fasting, yours and ours, and to make us among the successful in this life and in the hereafter. Allahumma ameen. Wa jazakumullahu khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.